All right, hello and good morning, everyone. We are back in Monster Hunter today. Maybe the last time we're doing Monster Hunter. We got a few more of the hard fun hunts to do. The hard. Wow, I just can't talk this morning. Some of the hard fun fights left to do. So I want to try a couple of those. I want to finish getting geared up, but we might finally be nearing the end and saying, you know what, we've done it. We've done the Monster Hunter. We've proved the haters wrong, so we'll see. But I've still got a couple more things to do here. You can see I've got my awesome weapon on my back. I've got some new armor to wear here. Let's see. We now can change into our GOG coil and our GOG greaves. And I think we don't have GOG fingers yet, but we are working towards getting GOG gear. We need one or two more pieces of that. We've got some GOG weapons on right now. We might upgrade that a little bit, and then of course we are still working towards our ultimate goal, which is we want to get a great sword and use the Omega set with the great sword. So we need to finish making a giant great sword for chopping up some enemies with. There's also like two enemies we haven't met yet. But I think I need to do this, honestly. I need Shadowbringer and the true Shadowbringer. So like this is what I'm working towards, is the Final Fantasy giant sword. So we've got to take down the Omega a few times. We need to take down GOG a few times. So we've got plenty of stuff left to do. We did the Heart of Judica, so we still need to finish, and Spectre of Sin. So we need to finish this one, the Arch-Tempered Nur-Urdra and the Arch-Tempered Jin Dahad. Those are the two big things we have not fought yet here as well. We also have this level 100 we haven't tried, which is to hunt the Tempered Guardian Fulgar Agenath. So we've got a little bit of work still to do, but we're going to start off today with our Omega. We need one more axle to finish the set we were making. So let's go try and get that real quick. So good morning, welcome in everyone. As always, it is a pleasure to see you all. Love having you here, and I hope you're having a good morning. It is, for most people, maybe I don't know if most people's the right word here. I was gonna say it's Friday because we get tomorrow off, the New Year holiday, but actually I don't know that that's true. I think most places are actually open tomorrow, so maybe it's not Friday for most people. But it is Friday for me. My work gives us the first off, so we get to start the new year off with a day off. So sorry if you have to work tomorrow. See, I feel like my health bar is too short. I feel like I'm missing something. Shadow, hello, good morning. How's it going today? You are the first one in. How's Omega coming along? We have officially beaten Omega and put him on farm status. We are trying to beat him once more. Fourball, good morning. We are trying to get the last axle we need to finish making him into a full set of armor. And then we want to make the Final Fantasy sword because it's cool. So it took a little bit, but honestly, and this is going to sound so rude, but like, the thing that finally made the fight click for me was not inviting random hunters and just using the random support hunters. The random support hunters are so much better than random players. So once I started inviting them, the fight got a lot easier. So yeah, we're going to turn him into a pair of pants today. And I want to play around with the Greatsword. The Greatsword's not my favorite, but it's cool. So I want to play around with it a little bit. We also need to farm GOG a few more times. I've turned him into a pair of pants, but I need his gloves now, the GOG gloves, to finish my sword and shield set. I do feel a little lied to by the community, though. Everyone was hyping up those 9-star fights as the hardest things ever, and I absolutely devastated GOG. Like, I've beat him twice now. 2 for 2 I've beaten him with no issue. So, this is Monster Hunter Wilds with the Final Fantasy collab. So, it's Final Fantasy style monsters in Monster Hunter. It took me 28 Savage Omega Slade. Yeah, I definitely need the gem, and that is going to be the longest, hardest part. When I googled it, it said that his gem has a less than 3% drop rate, so that's pretty abysmally low. So it'll probably be a while before we finish hunting this guy down. How do I unlock the Savage version? I do want to try the harder version of this guy, so what does it take to unlock Savage Omega? Is it a limited time event, or is it just an event? Because I hit level 100, so I thought I unlocked everything, but... Beat the original and go to event quests. Okay. Well, I've beat the original, so I guess I need to look a little bit harder there. Alright, come on. We need to make some wounds. Make some wounds on his leg. I'll check that out after this fight. There's not much. That's what the internet said. The internet said, fight the Savage guy once for bragging rights, but then never fight him again because he doesn't drop anything special compared to the original, and he's so much harder that you're just better off farming the original than you are trying to farm the harder one. Like, why make things harder on yourself? So I'm going to be a boomer and try and hunt down a CD. What CD are you looking for? Thinking about getting the Monster Hunter game on Steam. One of my favorite Smashing Pumpkins album. So I just made a video on whether or not you should get Monster Hunter, because originally I had a poor review of this game, but that poor review was because performance was absolutely terrible for this game. It was darn near impossible to play for a lot of people. They have put a lot of work into the game to make it playable by everyone. So if the only reason you didn't play Monster Hunter before was because of performance, it's definitely worth playing now, but I will warn you that there still is some alleged performance issues. Some people still claim to have performance issues even though they fixed them. I'm not one of those people, but that problem still exists for some people. Outside of that, it's a very fun Monster Hunter game. Like, if you like Monster Hunter Worlds, there's no reason why you won't like this one, but it's a solid game. So I do recommend it now. I do think Monster Hunter World had a little bit more magic still. I feel like I liked Monster Hunter World more, but as far as Monster Hunter goes, it's still a fun game. The games I played are Monster Hunter World, Rise, Try, and this one, Wilds. It is if you have a PlayStation or PlayStation 2, it is worth going back. Play the original Monster Hunter just for the lulz. Go try Monster Hunter 1, the OG. I did a review of that game, and it is nothing short of a miracle that Monster Hunter even exists as a series, because that first game was so bad. I have no idea how it got a sequel. I'm sorry if I also sound a little bad. I'm still recovering from sickness today, so if my voice comes in and out, it is due to the sickness. I miss Moga Village. As far as Smashing Pumpkins go, you know, I don't think I don't think I could name a single Smashing Pumpkins song, so I can't really comment on the band because I don't think I know anything about Smashing Pumpkins now that I think about it. Trying to think of any of their songs. What are their like top 5? What are the top 5 Smashing Pumpkins songs? Oh wait. I know one. Don't wait. Didn't Smashing Pumpkins do the Despite All My Rage, I'm Still a Vampire in a Cage? That song that was like really popular for a while. Wasn't that like one of their big hits recently? Somewhat, yes. Hey, look at that. Waffles knows a little pop culture. Look at that. And was nowhere near recently? Really? Are you sure? I mean, it shouldn't surprise me, but... Also, remind me when there's a break in the fight. I need to turn up the volume just a little bit of the fights so that you can hear the really awesome music. That song is 30 years old. Really? Huh. I would have never guessed. I like literally just discovered it a few years ago. What's your view on Omega and the recently new monster, GOG? That monster, GOG? Omega's a pretty fun fight. My only issue with Omega, and maybe this is an issue overall, is with really, really long fights. Like, I don't like these fights that have 10 phases and 20, 30 minutes fights, just because, like, I don't have a super long time to play, and it's super frustrating to try and get, far in the fights, and then something go wrong, and then you lose a ton of progress over that. I much prefer fights that are in, like, the 10, 15 minutes sort of genre. But outside of that, he's a fun fight. Like, there was a lot to learn. He's got a lot of fun moves. The original, Final Fantasy is known for its incredibly long fights. There's a really famous story, actually, in Final Fantasy XI, the first MMO one. They made a boss that was completely unbeatable, that took over 24 real-life hours to beat, and a group of people got together to beat the boss, and they legitimately were going to beat him after 24 hours, and the game devs stepped in and basically deleted the character and said, no, this character's not meant to be beaten, so we're removing you from the fight. And there was so much like public outrage about it that they undid their decision and said, okay, you guys really want to beat this fight, so we're going to reinstate it. And they went back and finished the fight, but it took like 28 real life hours for these guys to legitimately beat this online boss. Like, Final Fantasy is no joke with their bosses. What is your favorite Final Fantasy game? Okay, that one's a really tough question because I have a lot of answers for it. Because I love Final Fantasy. I have always loved Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy will always be one of my favorite series of all time. Final Fantasy VIII is my absolute favorite black sheep Final Fantasy game. I know people hate it. I love the music. I love the gameplay. I love everything about it. Final Fantasy VIII is for sure my favorite Final Fantasy. However, I will say that I believe that Final Fantasy 15, as much as people hated it, Final Fantasy 15, I think, fully encapsulates what Final Fantasy is supposed to be. A story of a couple friends going to save the world. There's some crystals, there's some big bads, but they're saving the world. So as far as favorite Final Fantasy, I have to say 15 I think encapsulates Final Fantasy the best, but 8 is still my absolute favorite. Like I could listen to the Balamb Garden song on repeat for hours on end. I absolutely love the Balamb Garden song. Alright, I tried to turn up the volume just a little bit from the game, so tell me if it gets too loud here on the game audio. 15 and 7 were my favorites. I think 15 I think is super underrated. 15 is something special, most certainly. I think it gets a lot of hate when it shouldn't. Like, I understand that there's some things that people don't like that they were doing the new systems for combat and all that, but it is such a good... You can't hear the game at all, really? Okay, let me why is it not... Why is the game not cooperating? Here we go. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Alright, we'll try that now. Again, I just tweaked the settings, so tell me if it's too much. I feel like it wasted hours of my day grinding that game, longest thing. And just in time, because now it's got the awesome music on it here. Final Fantasy 14, the online one, has some great boss fights, and there's a lot of grinding with the game. It's fun, but I feel like they don't know what they're doing with the story on the Final Fantasy Online, and that it's just not worth playing for the story alone. You know, it's kind of a lot. So I haven't played a lot of 14. I played it enough to unlock the Gunblade user class because, let's be honest, the Gunblade is the single coolest thing that Final Fantasy has ever come up with. But I don't know. I much prefer World of War. If I'm going to play an MMO, I'm going to play World of Warcraft, I guess. I guess that's where I'm at. I much prefer World of Warcraft. Oh, that I call shenanigans on that. I jumped out of the way there, but there was a piece of like ground in the way and I couldn't move fully. I call shenanigans on that one. "14 is where Omega is?" Correct. 14 had the Omega fight. A lot of Final Fantasy 14 fights are compared to like dancing, though. It's really interesting. Like, their whole philosophy is it should be like a dance. So there's a tempo, there's movement, there's excuse me, a lot to it. So Final Fantasy 14 boss fights are really interesting in how they have design philosophy around it. Thank goodness for the shield and the short sword and shield. Like, I maybe rely on the shield a little bit too much for the sword and shield, but man, am I glad that I have it. I use Lance against them. I do like the Lance. I am a fan of the Lance. But if I'm going to use the Lance, I'm going to use the Gun Lance, because the only thing cooler than a Lance is strapping a giant gun to it, you know? Like, I wish they would add, actually, since they do so many Monster Hunter crossovers, I would love if we got a gun sword in the game. You know, and we were talking about this last time we were playing Monster Hunter. Like, there's not a lot of weapons I feel like they could add to Monster Hunter, but I do feel like it is missing a pugilist weapon, like some sort of like fist weapon. I definitely feel like they could add fist weapons to Monster Hunter. I would love a gun sword in Monster Hunter. You know, I think they could probably add a little bit of magic. They started adding like the Chocobo magic ability, so I feel like they could probably add that too. Some sort of like magic wand or staff weapon. I feel like they could probably add to the game pretty well. So I think there is some weapons they could still probably add to the game to give it a little bit of, you know, shake it up a little bit. But I just, you know, like I said, I'm a sucker for gun swords, so I would use a gun sword so much if they gave us the ability to have a gun sword. I was obsessed with Squall as a kid. Squall was cool, but honestly, so was Irvin. You know, the sniper was really cool too, so. But Zell was my favorite. I loved when they introduced Zell so much. Gun lance feels like a shotgun mounted on a lance. That is exactly accurate. You know, I've had zero problems fighting this guy. I'm spending too much time chatting with chat and getting my butt kicked because I'm not paying proper attention here. So I guess I should be paying attention to the fight before I lose here. But the gun lance is cool. The gun lance is very cool. All the weapons are really cool. Honestly, like the charge axe, I really enjoy the charge axe or the charge blade as well. You know, hitting them and charging up all the elemental and then doing that huge elemental explosion attack is so cool. So like I'm a huge fan of that. The hammer, nothing feels greater than just walking up and bonking a monster on the head a few times. You know, everyone's out here with these cool weapons and guns and all these abilities, and you've just got a giant hammer. You know, it feels very, very cool. You're like, you know, I don't need all those tricks. I've just got a hammer and a lot of focus. So that weapon's really awesome. The only one, like the dual blades are super cool, but I cannot, for the life of me, I cannot get the tempo of the dual blades down at all. Like, I understand there's a rhythm and feeling to it. I don't have said rhythm and feeling. But if you're good with dual blades, like you're probably the most powerful user in the game. If you master dual blades, I think that's probably the highest DPS weapon in the game. I don't think anything can compete with that. I also like the longsword, you know, like the anime longsword is very cool. It's very, very hard to not think that jumping into the air and doing an anime style slash, like that's just cool, right? That's pure sheer cool. You're too good with it? Oh, we're gonna run out of room. This might be bad. No, not that one. Drop that one. Max Flare. I need to get my decorations up. My build is not great. I do need to focus on getting some new decorations as well. That should also be a focus. I have not put any effort or thought into my build yet. So No. I hate the Merv missiles. That is definitely one of the most annoying things this boss does. Alright. Grab that shield. We need to grab that shield part. Okay. Okay, I saw another wound on this guy. Can we get him out of panic mode? There we go. Okay. He's out of panic mode. We're doing good. Clap of Mind's Eye max, focus, damage, speed, sharpener is powerful. Thunder Pod can make him flinch, but build resist. Interesting. I did not know that. I guess it makes sense. He's weak towards thunder, right? So, oh, well, that was just poor timing. That was a bad jump. I can't believe we lived through that. That was poor timing on the jump, but I guess he got knocked over, so we just barely survived that one. So let's sharpen our weapon really quick. There should be a Thunder Pod over here somewhere. Ah. There is one thing I hate about the Sword and Shield, and it's happening right here, and that is I was trying to shoot the shield generator out so that I could, protect everyone, but when you go into the focus mode to stab the wounds, you can't shoot your thing, so I get stuck sometimes on that where I'm not using the right... I'm locked into the wrong mode. I do hate that sight mode. It always messes me up when I do that. Fallen King. Yeah, I'm not that great at Monster Hunter. I will be the first to admit I am not the greatest at Monster Hunter. I can do the fights, but I am nowhere near a pro Monster Hunter. That is absolutely true. Near the right side. Okay, well, we'll look for some. Oh, we also just grabbed this, though. Little shield. Never hurts to have a little bit more defense against this guy. Oh, perfect space for him to... Nope, never mind. I was going to say he's in the perfect spot, but apparently he wanted to move, so... Ah! That's what I get for not paying attention. I guess I should have paid attention a little bit harder during the fight. 2 pointless deaths right at the end, too. He only had like 100 health left. I do wish we would get a health bar. I know every Monster Hunter is against that, but I do kind of wish we had health bars.
That was an unexpectedly fierce monster.
You looked really squishy. Yeah, I didn't eat before the fight, so I went into that one totally not prepared. I should have had my meal up and a couple other things, so I just went into that fight a little bit unprepared. So if I go here, you said if I go into the event quests... Oh, this one. Okay, so this is you said this is the Savage Omega. Okay, let's try this one really fast, just for the heck of it. Let's see how much worse Savage Omega is than the regular Omega. Let's give it a try. Ooh, we even get a cutscene on it. is a bit much. Okay. Teeth chain, welcome in. It's a bit disturbing name, Teeth chain. Alright, first go on Savage Omega. Okay, rocket punches, we're used to those. Okay, wow, he's definitely already way faster than the other one, that's for certain. Definitely using moves like he's already in panic mode, so when he goes into the panic mode, that's going to be devastating, I feel like. Teeth motorcycle chain. Oh, it's a motorcycle chain. Okay. You gonna die? Probably. You know, I did one-shot Gog, though, you know, that speaks to a little bit of skill, right? People were saying the GOG fight was pretty tough, and I one-shot that one, so, you know, maybe I'm the chosen one. Maybe I will one-shot this fight and impress everyone if I lock in real good. Gonna just beat this guy's leg up for a little bit. You know, we're getting some good leg damage in here. Never skip leg day, as they say. This is supposedly if you had let Omega kill... I don't think his name is Jihad. I'm pretty sure they didn't name a monster that. Okay, he's got like an ice blast attack now? Also, I got today, YouTube put in the feature that lets me dual stream from YouTube, so we might... I know we've had bad luck with this in the past, but next time we stream on Friday, we might be trying a new stream format to see how the dual streaming goes. So be prepared for it to shake up a little bit on Friday. Yeah, it's like a Gene Dahad, I think is more accurate. He's literally happy dancing on top of you. Well, as long as he's happy, right? Who am I to deny the robot his happiness? Alright, we made it through phase 1. You know, that's pretty good, right? That's pretty impressive. I'll take the win, Alright, we'll take these torch pods as well. So this is where things get serious, because this is where he can implement his panic mode, right? So this is where the world of hurt can really start. Alright, what are you doing, buddy? Alright, someone took care of the giant floating fist for me. I appreciate that. Okay. Thunder pods are in this section. Okay, we'll look for some thunder pods here. I found a torch pod. I don't know if that will do the same thing, but I found fire. Savage requires 2 to flinch. Okay. Woo! Alright, this is what separates the men from the boys. Panic mode, Savage Omega. Okay, it looks like the... Okay, I got Thunder Pods. I saw it worked. It did. I shouldn't have wasted it there, but it works. Woo!
Hey, don't get hit.
I do know you can also shoot his fists out of the air, which I think is pretty cool. Alright, let's sharpen our blade up for a second here. No, I jumped the wrong way. That was not what I meant to do. Guy definitely feels like there's no mercy on him. He is very fast. Trio flying snakes, you can get them additional damage. Okay. I haven't done that fight yet, so that is next on the list to try, is to try that fight out.
Right? Take a second to restock
Alright.
supplies.
He's definitely fast. I'm out of Mega Potions already. I've been going through Mega Potions. I've been trying these tougher fights way too much. I need to go on a honey hunt, honestly. I need to go hunt down, like, 1,000 honeys so that we can make some Mega Potions, because I've been going through those guys so fast. This guy's definitely no joke, though. He does step it up even harder. Jump out of the way of the cannon. Block that one because we can't move in time. Alright, we need to get this guy out of his panic mode. He has been stuck in this for too long. How do you have so many potions? Bought them from... I know you can buy potions from... Can you buy Mega Potions from the shop too? I didn't think you could buy... I thought you could only buy regular potions from the shop. I should have flinched him there instead of running. I should have, I ran out of space, so I should have tried to flinch him rather than, How do you get enough honey to make that many Mega Potions? Because the only way I've been gathering Mega Potions is from getting honey from, like, my trader dude, and he only gives me, like, 100 honey, you know? So if there's a better way, please tell me the better way to do it. It's just grinding. Just there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's just grinding.
Hey, don't get hit.
Any lingering effects?
The forest and desert map. Yeah, see, I haven't played with the open world of the game too much. I've been mostly just doing the event fights, so I do need to just go out and, like, engage in the world, right? Like, that's a big part of the game, is just going out and doing the investigating the world and doing all those sorts of things. You're not meant to just go fight after fight after fight. It's to encourage you to actually go do the other parts of the game, but I have not done that. I've been very bad about that. I also really need to rewire myself on, they added the different wheels, you know, that let you quick select items, but I'm so used to Worlds and not having that wheel, so I'm always, like, looking down at my item bar and trying to cycle through a million items, so, like, I definitely need to retrain my brain to use the quick the quick wheel because it's so much better, right? It's so much better.
Okay.
It's just force of habit. It's force of habit from too much Monster Hunter World. So let's craft some Mega Potions. There we go. We got some Mega Potions, but we are low on honey, so we might need to stop and do some honey breaks. But since we're losing a lot already, we might as well. Let's go do one more fight. We haven't done this one, right? The Jean Dahad Arch Tempered. We haven't done this fight yet, so let's go look at this fight.
Let's have another hunt with no surprises today.
And before we forget, let's grab a hot drink. I thought you ordered the large coffee. I do drink one large coffee in the morning. That's about as much caffeine as I can handle in a day, though. So that is my one and only coffee for the day. In my defense, it's real. I mean, the cup looks big, but it's only like 2.5 cups, right? Like it's not like it's an excessive amount of coffee, right? Like it's just 2.5 cups. Okay, it's been a while since I fought this guy, so I've still got to learn. I got to relearn his fighting style. It's literally a leader. I mean, is a leader that much, you know? I actually got a new coffee for Christmas. Emmy bought me Holy Cannoli coffee by Bones Coffee Company, and that has been really delicious. Really enjoying that. I want to get the Fallout coffee. Bones Coffee? Yeah, Bones Coffee made 3 different Fallout coffees. And I'm really excited to try those, but I've got too much coffee right now. I've got instant coffee, I've got the Holy Cannoli coffee, I've got some Turkish coffee, I have some Marionberry coffee. So I need to drink a little bit of my coffee before I can justify buying some more. I recommend a Farcaster if you go against the Omega. What's a Farcaster? Is that a bowgun?
May this be of use.
I am not great with the bowguns. Alright, let's ride the monster. A smoke bomb that takes you to camp. Oh, interesting. Okay. Alright, let's cut his butt up a little bit. Nice. Everyone knows a monster's one true weakness is the butt. It is the one place that is not heavily armored, so clearly. Alright, we're moving on to phase 2.
Let's pursue.
Phase 2, everyone. I'll have you know, I lost 2 viewers according to stats. I lost 2 viewers for saying you should stab monsters in the butt. So for those of you who stuck around, you should know my comedy gold is costing us viewers. Check the right side. This is also what I like about the Sword and Shield is like you can get like right up in his face and dodge his attacks. Oh, there he is. Okay, I see him. And you can really get some good damage in if you like crawl right into their armpits and such. Alright, block that. Alright, so I'm guessing he's probably enraged now. This is, yeah, that's his raging, so now it gets fun. Use the knife slinger to trigger it. Okay. I have the knife slinger somewhere in here. Throwing knives. So just hit the flying snakes to make them mad and then lure them over to him? Is that the kind of the idea? I honestly think my gun lance would probably be better against this guy. He seems to be a little bit slower than the Omega, but deal a lot more damage, so having a bigger blocker might be... Alright, come here. Let's hit you with a knife. Let's lead you over here. Alright, here comes the snakes. Let's get a turf war going up in here. You know what they need to make, though? I know there's a Monster Hunter board game. How did that hit me? He didn't even hit me. I feel like there needs to be a Monster Hunter TTRPG or Dungeons and Dragons game. I feel like the hunting, the crafting, the preparation, like, I feel like there's enough elements of Monster Hunter that they could successfully make a good Monster Hunter TTRPG, a good Monster Hunter what's the word I'm looking for? Dungeons and Dragons game. Alright, while we're here, let's upgrade our gun lance and try that out for a fun time here. But that's what makes the game so cool, right? The fact that there is so many tiny details about how different monsters are hunted, how different monsters interact with things, like all those different things are really cool details of the game. Let's see. Okay, I can't make a wide shelling type, which is by far my favorite shelling type, so maybe I should hold off. Like, I don't like either of these, but that's like a thunder long type, 448 high affinity. Let's try it, right? What does it lose? Like, you don't lose anything by making this. It means I have to go hunt some more, right? So let's go equip that weapon really quick. For my secondary, we now have our Arguing Omen, and it comes with, ooh, Artillery 3 built into it. That's pretty awesome. You sling your ammo with any weapon. Some won't allow you to use weapons, though. It's ZL-L3. Okay. I don't think I knew that either. So we got Artillery 3. We've got Zhu Wu's Vigor. Temporary grants attack after eating a well-done steak. And a mounting. Okay, those two skills kind of suck, but you know. So we already have Artillery 3, so we can remove. Or does it already have? It has Artillery 3 because I already have that in there. Okay. Let's grab Offensive Guard and Frost Jewel in there. You know, we don't have anything in our pants, I forgot. Yeah, we need to get more GOG weapons. Who eats well done steak? I know you're gonna be mad at me, Dex, but I prefer my steak well done because I can't stand like looking at the bloodiness of steaks. I cannot. I can't do. I cannot. I cannot eat a bloody steak. So I like mine well done as well. I know that makes me weird and bad, but I can't stand. Let's see, I've got offensive guard, I got fire attack, I got thunder attack. I could use defensive boost and burst. Let's put some defense boost in here. Let's do shockproof. Just eat a shoe. I'm not really a steak guy. Well, I mean, I'm vegetarian now, right? So it's true. I don't even eat meat anymore. So, which, speaking of that, I went to Dave's Hot Chicken last night to get some of their cauliflower chicken, and apparently they have discontinued that. And that's a huge bummer. The cauliflower chicken at Dave's Hot Chicken was very, very good. And I am very sad that we have lost the cauliflower chicken at Dave's Hot Chicken. So disappointed about that. Okay. Let's try out the gun lance on this guy. Since we got a new gun lance to play with. You know what's just as good as beef? Tofu. My dad always makes steak with beans and bread for dinner. Beans are a classic. Don't call it chicken, it's cauliflower. It's incredibly easy to make at home. No, Dex. It is cauliflower chicken, not cauliflower. I don't think you understand the concept. Hey, give me my gun lance. Thank you. What the heck is that thing? It looks like a giant shotgun. That is a cool design for a gun lance. That thing is just a beast of a cannon. Is the concept delusion? Look at how huge this gun is. That's not even a lance. That's just a cannon on a stick. I love it. Alright, time for the big one. Okay, that does some okay damage to him. Okay, so the extra defense is pretty good. That kept us alive when we typically wouldn't still be alive. Put on our mending mantle. Do some big damage. I feel like my other lance was doing more damage though, so I think I'm missing some decorations to make the gun lance Yeah, I accidentally pressed the trap button, so I accidentally laid down a trap. I know it won't work. I didn't mean to lay it down, but it is what it is. I fat fingered it. Yeah, your giant slamming attack doesn't work against my huge shield, does it? Does it? With the proper decorations, this gun lance could. Yeah, I think I don't have artillery. I think I'm missing my artillery decorations. That's the decoration I was missing. Artillery is what I need to attach. And bandolier. I need the extra ammo. I think I'm missing bandolier, and I think I'm missing a level of artillery. Oh, look at that. I mounted the monster. What I'm more impressed with, when you mount the monster, you're doing 17 damage with your little dagger. Like, that's pretty good damage for a little dagger. Alright, full combo. Full combo did not do so hot. Alright, we're on to phase 2. We're doing better this time. We're definitely doing better. He says begrudgingly, knowing that will forever curse me for saying I'm doing better, but I do like to swap between gun lance and sword and shield. Like, they both have their strengths, and I like to play to both their strengths. Oh, he blinded me. I couldn't see he was winding up another attack. That's pretty cool. That was pretty smart of him. He using the environment to his advantage. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. You can move up and I know you can move up and down the monster, but does it like actually do anything? Like, because all you're doing is trying to knock him over, right? So I guess I could make like a weak point on his head. Is it just like leaving a weak point for other people to hit? Is that the point of moving up and down the monster? You can open more wounds. Oh, interesting. Okay. So you open a bunch of wounds and then you finish him once you're lower on stamina, rather than doing it while you still have a bunch of stamina. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. See, these are the things I need to learn. I'm still a bad monster hunter. I just make things go boom. I don't strategize. I just blow them up. Interesting. Okay. What was that? Oh, I did a backstab on him. He was distracted. I got one of the backstabs off. Whew, I just barely got my shield up in time that time. That should have been death, but I just barely got my shield up in time. I just got a message by Amazon has been delivered. That means my popcorn is here. Use focus mode more. You know, I don't like the focus mode. Maybe it's again something I just need to retrain my brain on, but I feel like you're so like limited in focus mode that like it makes it hard to move around. I feel like it like ruins my maneuverability, and that's why I'm not using it a whole lot. Maybe I just need to get used to it, you know? I saw him charging up. I knew I should have got off my chocobo. See, this is if you're gonna be a streamer, this is one thing you need to learn if you're gonna be a streamer, and that is no matter how decent you think you are at a game, when you stream your gameplay to other people, they will come in and show you just how bad you are at the game. Because like I'm learning all these things I had no idea that I didn't know. Alright, let's do some charged up rounds while he seems to be doing his thing here. Makes your life easier in game. That's why like I get it for like if you're playing a puzzle game, I understand this, but I don't understand why so many streamers get mad about like the hey, no backstreet, no backseat gaming. Don't give me hints and tips and tricks and all that sort of thing. Like they're not ruining the game experience. So unless it's a game built around like learning the game like a puzzle game, I don't see why streamers get so mad about it. Okay, we can dodge that. Hello, Alexander. How's it going this morning? Welcome in. I also need to learn, I know Gunlance, there's a few weapons that have things called perfect guards, where like if you, like I know that if you reload at a perfect time, you have invincibility frames or something like that. Like there's a perfect guard ability on certain weapons. I definitely need to learn. I need to learn the perfect guard abilities as well. I've not spent enough time to know like those iframes and perfect guard times. Spoilers. I've never, maybe, I know that I'm a weird one for this, you know, I definitely understand that I'm the weird person for this, but I've never really been like a stickler for spoilers in video games, you know, like again, unless it's a puzzle game, like, I don't know, like even if someone spoils a game for me, it's not like, oh, I couldn't see that coming, or that now I can't play it. Like I've never really been such a big stickler on spoilers. I've never seen so many people playing Blueprints since the Game Awards. There's so many sweats jumping into stream, champing at the bit. Okay, fun fact, Dex. It is not chomping at the bit. Did you know that phrase is actually... actually, the correct phrase is champing at the bit to reference a champion horse champing at the bit to get moving. So... did you know? There's your fun fact of the day. Alexander, a little bit of stream art there. Perfect blocking. No, there's another feature though. It's not just perfect blocking, but like the charge blade, for example. When you're using the charge blade, if you switch to the axe at the perfect time, it will automatically negate all damage you were going to take and allow you to continue your move. There's a few weapons that have like that secret interaction where if you use the weapon in just the perfect way, you can block while attacking on certain frames and negate all enemy ability. The Switch Axe has it, the Charge Blade has it, the Gun Lance has it. I just don't know how to activate it. Don't ever talk to me that way again. It's not my fault that you were taking the English language for granted. Yeah, the student becomes the master. I'm teaching you something. The Switch Axe is probably the most common use for those perfect guard frames because the Switch Axe, I believe it's when you're switching. Like, if you switch between sword and axe during attacks, during some of those attacks, you have perfect iframes that will block the attacks for you. It's really cool. Use focus modes when it's knocked over. You can hit weak points to act like wounds. Okay. Alright, we moved on to phase 3, so we've made it farther than we have before. Alright, focus mode. Okay, so there's the weak points I think you're talking about. Not that weak points matter a whole lot to the Gun Lance, but I think I see what you're talking about at least. Blow his leg off. What is he doing? Is he like de-thawing? Why is he moving so slow? Is he just out of energy? Okay, mutual hostility just activated, so he's gonna get a little bit of the energy back now. Only issue with the weak points is you don't get massive damage, just the combo. Okay. What is this? What is he doing? Can I knock him down? Yeah. There we go. Okay, I see a weak point up there, so I should be aiming for that. But unfortunately, I don't have enough time to get up there. Alright, we gotta hide, we gotta hide. Or he explodes everything. Okay. We survived. Okay. We made it to the next phase. We're still alive. We're still here. Still making it. Ooh, they flashed him. Things you can say in game, but you can't say in real life. I need earplugs too. Did you know Wyvern Blast? Yes, I know on Wyvern Blast if you do a perfect combo, you do the whole thing, it charges faster. The problem with that is you have to be able to get a full combo off. Oh, there's a weak point right here I can pop. Alright. Let's blast that weak point open, huh? So, like, now I can do it. So if I do a full combo here... Oh, I didn't have a stake in. Oh, you don't need to hit him with all the combo. Okay. So... if I... It's like the Great Sword. If you charge up the combo, you still can do the damage as long as you've charged it up. It doesn't matter whether it makes contact or not. That's good to know. So, like, right there would have been perfect if I had a Wyvern Blast ready.
And don't get sent flying!
Okay, here he comes. Let's give him a taste of his own little medicine here. How about a giant explosion pod? Yeah, how about that? Cash me outside, how about that? Okay, we missed with the big bridge, and that's unfortunate because that's a lot of damage I just left on the table by missing that. Okay, so we can hit this weak point here. That was a really bad combo, too. But we got the damage in, so I guess that's all that matters, right? All that matters is you get a little bit of damage in. Alright, hostility has ended, which means his reign of rampage is over for a second. Oh, we'll move on to the next phase, okay. Ugh. I'm so over being sick. I also need a new controller. This controller keeps disconnecting randomly, and it makes the game 10 times harder when the controller randomly disconnects on you, you know? Okay. Giant frozen pillar down. As we get blown up by random things. That was poor timing. Put on our mantle really quick. We can't risk getting hit one more time, so let's heal up a second. Play a little bit more defensively. There we go. Oh, quickly, quickly. Okay. We're okay. Dodge that one. Okay, we blocked that. Blocked that. We can take these hits. Except for I'm out of stamina. So I can't take any more of those hits. My stamina is really poor, actually. Let's take a quick break in the middle of the fight and eat a well-done steak, you know. Every true Monster Hunter knows when it's time to take a snack break. Just Just a random well-done steak in the middle of a huge dragon fight. No big deal. Yeah, the gun lance has quick burst movements. If you're it took me a while. That's my fighting style with the gun lance. Is you can stand your ground. But I learned really early on with the gun lance that if you fire a shell, you can do a quick sidestep. So it makes it really quick to be able to move out of the way of a lot of attacks by using that. So I try and do a lot of quick bursty movements. Alright, full combo and a quick charge up, and we hit him in the head with it. Look at that. We actually got a full combo off there. I do like the lance charge though. When the lance charges, that is some cool action movie level stuff, right? Like, but yeah, these you can do these really cool jittery movements.
Any lingering effects?
Well, that's it for me. We're dead. Okay, we got him to the last phase though. Like, we're pretty close on that fight, so a little bit more tech and learning a few more things, and I think we would have been pretty good on that fight.
Not as I seem very.
Focus attack counts as a full combo, so you can follow up the focus attack with a Wyvern Blast. Interesting. That's good to know. I didn't know that either.
Heard from the others.
All right, let's check out my decorations. No, I have I have full artillery, so interesting. I wonder if there's one other thing I need though. I need there's a very particular jewel I need. It's not blast. Ooh, critical though. Critical's good. It's not opening shot. The opening shot is a that's good that I have that. Not focus, not handicraft. Draw attack is good. What am I looking for? Magazine. That's what I need. Load shells. There we go. That lowers my artillery. We need more shells, so put an artillery jewel in there. Polyblank's here. Welcome in. So load shells gives you... Oh, well. It increases your gun lance capacity and increases your loading speed. So it's super important to have on there because now I get an extra bullet and I can move things faster. So it does a huge increase to your damage overall to have that. So I was missing that ability. I probably should get one of these secret charms on here too, because there's definitely some good secret charms I've unlocked. What's new with you, Polly? What's all good in your world? All right. There's one last weapon we need to make
What can I do for you? Yep.
that we have to play around with, and that is our great sword. We've been working towards unlocking the Shadowbringer.
I'm ready to work. Alrighty.
Everything's pretty good since beginning of new year, new job, awesome, new car. That is wonderful to hear. All right. And we've been building this because
Come back anytime.
it looks cool,
Can I help you with anything?
but also we have been saving up to make the Dark Knight set. The Bale legs. Bale. We're still building it, so we're still working it out. Now we've got the Dark Arts. All right. Just for fun. Can you join me on some hunts? Definitely, you can join me on some hunts. Not today, because we're just about out of time. But for sure, next time I play. Okay. I only have a short amount of time, but I want to test out this new weapon. So let's go hunt a Balahara with the Dark Knight. Just for funsies. It might be a tough hunt just because it's been a long time since I've used great swords. So,
Order of the guild.
you know, I need to get used to it again. But it's such a cool weapon. How can you say no to the Dark Art sword? And I'm riding a chocobo, like, can't afford. That is one thing I hope someday. I hope someday we can reach a point in society where Xbox and PlayStation does not charge for the online just to be able to play multiplayer. You know, I understand if you want to get PS Plus for like the free games or those extra services, but you should not have to pay a monthly fee just to play your games online. I am working a full day today. It is indeed a full day of work for me.
Adapting to the situation.
Look at those big numbers. 164 damage just to swoop him once.
Damn.
That didn't work. Dark Arts is activated.
Monster down. Let's go.
That was a bad time to use that. Chaotically Fun Guy is here. Welcome in. Okay, so that's what the Dark Arts look like as you do that slash through the air.
Localized break confirmed.
That's kind of cool. I broke his skull with a dark slash. I don't even need to hit him. I can just... Yeah, Dark Arts is super cool. That's fun to play around with. Break his leg. Big attack. Yeah, I still need to get one more level of Bale for the full level of fun. Plus the special counter,
Might
yes.
still left out.
Alright, let's destroy some wounds. Alright, big attack here. Broken. Once more. With feeling. Boom! Chopped his head right off. Kapowie!
Those things attract.
Oh, that feels so incredible. Got Helldivers just started recently. If I got Helldivers, can we have a day where some of you join squad? I will definitely squad up with y'all. We can definitely do a day where we play Helldivers together. Yes, we can do that. What a finishing blow. And that right there is why the Great Sword is so fun, right? Like, there is nothing cooler than getting that full charge head blow on a wound. It is the best feeling in the game. It is okay, even if you suck at the game. I can carry ya. I am humble brag. I am good enough at Helldivers that I can carry you through and through.
That was an unexpectedly fierce monster. Let's try again after some preparation.
I'm a bug diver. I much prefer fighting the robots. You know, I do like the bots, but I will fight evil any and everywhere. Can't even beat the easiest level Illuminates. The Illuminates are tough. Oh, I didn't know you could change the camera in your tent. That's kind of cool. I didn't realize there was a... for the Illuminate, you need the Wasp. Bring the Wasp and the Coyote. If you bring those two weapons, Wasp and Coyote, you will absolutely thrash the Illuminate. They stand zero chance against that. However, with that said, it is 6:30, which means I've got to go get to work. So thank you everyone for hanging out with me today. As always, we are going to finish with our prayer, and then I'm going to go to work. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. Thank you, Lord, for this blessed day, and thank you for all that you do for us. Today we continue our special intention, our special prayer for the child who is undergoing surgery to save his life. Lord, help to give him strength and be with his family as they undergo this very terrible and hard time. We continue to pray for the souls in purgatory, the souls who have no one left to pray for them, the souls who've been forgotten. Lord, help them. We pray for all those discerning their vocations, whether that be the priesthood, whether that be marriage, whether that be monastic life. Lord, be with them. And as we enter into this new year and everyone's making resolutions, Lord, help to guide everyone towards you. Let this be the year that people open their hearts to the Lord and find the happiness and comfort and joy that comes with becoming a member of the church. All this we pray in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. All right, everyone, that is it for me. Do I have a Discord server? Actually, I do not have a Discord server any longer. It actually was, just purged yesterday. So there was no more Discord server. So you can still message me on my videos, of course, and hang out with me here during stream. But as of right now, there is no more Discord server at this time. I am a Catholic streamer, Christian. Yep, that is my main goal always, is to spread the glory of God and the Word of God through gaming and all my actions. So thank you everyone for hanging out with me today. It was a pleasure to meet you all and chat with you all and have such a good day. I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5 a.m. Pacific time. So if you want to catch me again, we'll be back at it Friday morning. I release videos usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And I got a Helldivers video up coming next. So tomorrow we are going to be posting a new Helldivers video exploring the dynamite grenade. So if you're interested in Helldivers, check that out. Thank you all. I will see you all on Friday. It's awesome. You're also a Christian Shadow. You are in the right place. You were guided to the right. You have been guided to the right place. We are all about Christianity and gaming here, so you've come into the right place. So thank you all for hanging out with me. Have a blessed day, and we'll see you on Friday.